you because it's just going to play out right here. And I didn't steal your point, Devmardo, so you can have it all. Have fun.
They do have, of course, Outlaw here on the Warden, but he won't be able to see through those Sens walls anymore. So once this push comes down, it's going to be chaos, and it'll be TLA to strike first on Delenda.
And now it's all about clearing VIP and moving on forward. Miracle does eventually go down inside of VIP. Maya has a big opening down to the 3v3 though as MR6 Outlaw falls back. Brings out the MPX, but Maya finds another kill on the round. That is a gaping to assist with this final execute. 25 seconds left to play as Swag tries to reposition. He gets caught off guard. Felipox comes to life, and Rare now up against 3 players from TLA who start to make their way forward. Rare doesn't seem to know that actually behind him is fully free Felipox, forcing that plant down. No need for you to when Maya is...
We'll see how this continues, though. We've got a bit of a trap coming out from KZ.
He can't hunt it down, though, except it seems like the follow-up has happened elsewhere. Nice attempt there. The gas kept him at bay for a brief moment. It gave a little bit of space for the rest of the Black Dragons players to spring into action, but Maya continues his reign of terror, finds his 5th kill, but of course not without a response, and JV now in a 1v3. It is possible, but 2 minutes, it's a decent amount of time to work with.
Title on this team, not afraid to get active, even with that Roni, finding the head of KZ, starts a strong and looks for a second beauty shot on a JV 92. You don't see this too often. He's not done.
Not got enough bullets there in the P10 Roni, and all playing on the bomb. There's one grenade here from Felipox that might be able to flush him out. Can he take the aim down sights fight? He's going to need to, but he missed the chance that while the nade pushed him away to take that fight. The swing comes out again from Swag. A little bit of damage here and there. Just going to need to be a simple bit of mechanics here from Felipox, otherwise it's a done deal. Miracle has the cross. Felipox eventually finds one, but that's going to be all she wrote for the round. Black Dragons looking to continue that fire. They found a...
Dragons hold down the advantage that their captain gained for them. Really good start to that.
Question for me is, how did T-Law intend to do that? Surely Maya's not just going to take a 1v1. He surely will. That's just classic Maya, isn't it? The ego to peek, looks for a second one, but Lender will shut him down. That's the problem with Maya being a little bit in front of the utility. Black Dragons are unafraid of taking these fights. They're not scared of these TL Alienware players, not one bit.
Here come the swings. Lenda!
Oh, Lenda!
Big 2K! Up against his former org. That's massive, and it's tilted the scales all in their favor. James, that tack timeout will be giving Team Liquid Alienware a chance to talk about how this push went wrong back in round number 2. This was the reading room bomb site that they lost. And hello, we're repelling in bathroom. Freebie for Swag. He takes a lot of damage for it, though, and there are other players coming down, but Swag gets both Maya as well. This is looking too clean now for BD.
It's a little bit embarrassing for T-Law. What was that push from JV92? He had no idea what was happening. Swag goes for 3. Information gathering operators that Black Dragons brought, be it the Echo, the Mozzie, the hacked drones. Oh, perfect from Maya. Great shot. He continues to be deadly. 8 and 4.
From the flashes, here come the nades. This could be everything that they've ever wanted. Down inside of Train, Felipox does drop, and he starts the plant.
The plant going down in mining, but Felipox gets found by Outlaw, and there is no reply. KZ eventually finds one. He's going for a backstab. Maya needs to be the one to get in the building. He does so. He goes big, finds a double kill on the round. It's all up to Swag now, but his C4 finds the wrong target.
Gives us a little bit of time to just yap a little bit about how this series has gone.
To talk to their coaches is so valuable, invaluable as well. Black Dragons, though, on the attacking side. They need to roam clear. KZ is active. He's found a fight as well. Goodbye to Outlaw and goodbye to the striker. KZ wants to try and take another drone with him. Won't get the chance. Maya is also going to escort him back to the bomb site. That is their defensive selves now that they're on the attacking side.
Couple of long angles. This is so toxic to fight if you're up against KZ. They're being slowed by the 2-brow as well. Miracle goes down. It looks over for this round.
It really does. Rare is the last one standing. Alienware perfectly cover each other. Great 2K there with the 417. As Rare looks to pivot, he's going to go all the way over to Bakery, 25 seconds to play, and this is not likely to find much success. No one's in Bakery, so they'll give him a little bit of ground, but they've read this to perfection, and the default cam is up. The Vulcan fire will detonate. He does not have...
Still nothing coming from that. They're fishing for these frags, James, but they're not being given the opportunity, and the chances they do have, they're just being missed.
And Felipox has retaken his position just outside of Pixel, but a good upside down rappel from Lender. And the white window opens up the round here for Black Dragons. T-Law are struggling. It's just Maya left. 1v5. He finds the first kill of the round. 12. This might be one of the weaknesses of Black Dragons. They are so methodical that they take a lot of time in this mid-round. And look at the clock, it is ticking down. However, they are so thorough and they find their gaps. They are patient, they find JV, and now with great positioning from Rare as well. Felipox is so close to be able to go for a flank here. There are two players in pillars he's just on the other side of, but they spot him out, and a bit of damage onto him forces him back. However, KZ, close to the bomb site, finds one. Traded again. Rare needs to get into the bomb site now, and Nate is the last one standing. MPX in hand to try and stave off match point. He cannot do so.
Looking so good over the last couple of months, and now are about to beat... Nobody after this game, James. That's for certain. It's a statement to start the season, but Felipox ain't done yet. Outlaw goes down early for the second time in a row. Instead, it's that pulse down below that's creating a lot of problems.
Ooh, however, KZ overextends a little bit and loses his life again. 9 deaths, more than anybody else in the match. KZ is not afraid to take risks. Rare also finds Maya. That's the deadly fragger for T-Law. Spotted. The advantage is flipped once again. Black Dragons in control.
Again, they're just finding opportunities to walk in. They're finding frags, players not looking at them. Swag is so deep, he's going to get another freebie.
Surely almost has the chance. Felipox goes down the hatch and does manage to escape. JV also just trying to escape damage as much as possible. He knows that Swag is the last one standing. He's going to contest him with the Reaper. But in the late round, you've got to be really worried about that verticality from the Pulse and from the C4 from KZ. Looks like Outlaw just wants to make an entry.
Yeah, bit of a weird push.
Yeah, weird. Disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, you just get punished by it hard. You don't have top floor control. This is a reading defense, don't forget. So just marching down the red stairs will not get you to site. They lose Swag as well. He was one of those guys playing on the windows. Oh, and Rare, you are not long for this world, my friend.
He was dropped into Maya's lap is what happened. He got C4'd from below and fell through the hatch. Lender and Miracle will need a miracle now in the 2v5. Flashbang goes out. Ooh, JV knows exactly where he is, but he decides, you know what, I don't need to take this fight. Consolation frag for Lender. They will have another chance, one final opportunity to push overtime after they find this kill. Felipox eventually goes down 25 seconds. There's just no way in this world this is going to happen. On the stairs. Who sits there? It's Maya. He's fallen back again. He's just going to keep pulsing. Oh, this round is done. How much can I pad this out, Jesse? This round is so over. Yeah. It's just Lender looking for a stat pad.
There we go. Just want to play it standard. Dropping in through Cigar, making this push happen. It is Rare the first one in, but it's Outlaw the first one to get down. He's dropped Cigar and dies to Felipox.
It's devastating. How have things flipped so horribly for Black Dragons? Miracle finally brings...
Rather than giving them space for free, rather than walking into their crosshairs. And it's really made things much more difficult on the attack.
Trade is not going to work out so well for Black Dragons. Swag, low HP, 1v3. Team Liquid Alienware were down 6 rounds to 3, and they have brought it back with a vengeance. Black Dragons, doesn't matter how good Swag is, will not get it done in regulation. It's the main portion of your execute. Try and take some map control, take some space on the top floor. It looks like they've done so. As of now, good long angle from Outlaw. Maya cannot see that on his gadget and will die. A second kill as well, as Rare finds Nade with a Nitro Cell.
They know there's a player down those brown stairs. That's going to be Lenda playing in that position, but they can't just sit and wait for him forever. They've got to make a move.
Yeah, good kill from JV. Just going for the deep angle. But there might be a retake on here for Black Dragon. Straight up the white stairs as Felipox, his plant is denied by Swag, who finds a second as well. KZ the last man standing. and he's left alone upstairs. Needs to take these fights one at a time, but Swag is putting the pressure onto KZ. Dropping down into pillar, no diffuser to speak of. A consolation frag means no to this bakery basket.
They gotta kill Nade or Maya. Maya's in small bake at the moment, takes so much damage. He's the one
he's
facing
gonna die.
the Nade! That's a brilliant shot from Maya. These toxic babes from Philippox have done a great job of stopping the bakery walk-in. He's still got one more in his pocket, 40 seconds to go. Who's gonna make the move?
Philippox. It has to be Philippox who holds down the fort here for Team Liquid Alien, where Nade hadn't been spotted. And he deals plenty of damage inside a bakery. Into the 2v2 though, with Swag going massive on the striker. Outlaw facing the debuff of the Thorn has to go big here. It's the opportunity for Black Dragons to close it. KZ and JV stand in their way. As Outlaw makes his way forward, him and Swag piece up together. They need to get that diffuser back in control. There should be info on site here for Team Liquid Alienware. As KZ and JV patiently wait for Black Dragons to make the first move. It needs to be a plant. And KZ has repositioned perfectly to deny the plant from the red stairs. But also the Roteros. And we do need to see Alienware get in with those drones from both of those two operators. Maybe some of the nades from Philippox on the sledge, because there's so much util on site. 3 pieces of big util, and in fact a C4 to take down Little, and it's been far too slow from Team Liquid Alienware. They need to be given a lifeline, and they need somebody to go massive. Dropping down towards the objective, it's JV. He finds one. Philippox is forcing down the plant, but the trade comes through thick and fast from Mr. Outlaw. The plant has been denied, and Nade and Maya have to go massive in the LCQ. They ended a chapter of Nesk's legacy, but today they demand our respect.
It's a lot really to have in a situation like this, but that just means that that's just more kudos to Black Dragons and what they can offer. Before this game, I was saying BD were a massive surprise at the Invitational in the way that they played, a very positive one, and I really am happy and full of joy that they continue on with that action going into kickoff and not falling off, because TL Eleanor have to go back to the drawing board now to refresh themselves, because they're going to play FaZe Clan on Sunday, and we saw how dominant FaZe were in the first game of today.